material that has been added to this original content. Welcome to Blended Healing. What if I told you that your feelings are valid? Your feelings are valid. And the hidden truth is that you were made to feel as though your words, your actions, your feelings were not valued. There's a difference of being not valued and being unfeeling. There's a difference. Being unvalued means that no matter where you go or whoever you're with, or it could be certain people, or it could be different locations, or you just being yourself in a crowd and not being seen or not being valued for what you bring to the table. But to have your feelings invalidated, meaning that when you speak, you feel your actions, your body language shows that you were hurt, whether it was by words, actions, situationships, whatever that may be. Your feelings are valid. I want you to know from me to you that your feelings are valid and that you're respected and you do bring something to the table. Oftentimes we hear that everybody can't have a seat at the table with you. They can still have a seat, but where you're going, they may not be able to get up and follow you to the next level or to the next room. Therefore, they're left at the table thinking that they're equal to you, when in actuality, they're not. I need you to catch your life. Your feelings are valid, and I want you to know that I respect you for who you are. Everybody has different gifts. Everybody has different talents. Everybody has their own communication style. And that does not mean that your feelings and what you are trying to say and communicate doesn't mean that it does not add up or equal to the next person who may have that gift. Your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. Everyone is equated or has understood the message of sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. It's an untrue statement. Words, in fact, do hurt. Words, in fact, can cast a spell. When you curse somebody, you're casting a spell on them with your words because your words have power. And that's something that you should not take lightly. And in anger, we do it a lot. We do it often. But it's how you can pull yourself back that matters. And then immediately ask for forgiveness, whether it is to the person or whether it's in private or whether you are asking for forgiveness of yourself for your human reaction. Your feelings are valid. Words do hurt, particularly when they come in the form of constant criticism during the years that you were growing up. I'm peeling back the layers today. Those who were heavily criticized as children tend to develop certain behaviors in their adulthood without even realizing. We need to pull back the layers of the onion to see how many early experiences that criticism has shaped you. And then we need to bring that back forward to where you are present day and how that can impact you. I'm putting you up on some facts and some truths. And then we're going to deep dive into what the divine has to say about your hidden truth. Ashe. Sometimes criticism from the past can manifest as a constant strive for perfection in adulthood. Being overly criticized as an individual often sets unrealistic high standards for yourself in an attempt to avoid the sting of criticism that you have faced in your past. Perfectionism, in this case, can sink so low into every aspect of your life, from the way you are today in your workplace to even your personal relationships that you have, that you are constantly trying to meet an unattainable standard. You're never going to hit that mark. There is unresolved issues that you need to handle. You believe that if you do everything perfect, you can finally escape the disapproval that you felt growing up. I'm here to tell you that this is a self-defeating cycle until you confront the core issue of this behavior. This is not going to be an easy thing. And oftentimes we like to glide past it, because as soon as it pops up and we recognize that feeling or that memory, we don't want to address it. We rather put it back on the shelf and push it away rather than come. Perfectionism may seem like a positive trait on the surface, but it often is a mask for a deeper struggle of your own self-worth and acceptance. Do you have a tendency, beloved, to apologize all the time? If you grew up underneath a barrage of criticism, often developing a habit of apologizing too much, even when there's no need for you to apologize. More often than not, You will remember a time when you was in different locations in your past, and you would react to something so trivial. And instead of you erase that, let me put this in better terms. Help me, Divine. If somebody does something to you on accident, right? And it was trivial, but they were the person who did the egregious thing to you. And because you were so in tune with the fact that this triggered something in you from your past, you don't want to be confrontational or expect an apology from that person for doing something very egregious to you. Instead, you end up apologizing to them. Beloved, I want you to realize that always being the one to say you're sorry when it even isn't your fault is your attempt at trying to diffuse any potential criticism. I said it. This excessive apologizing is so common among people who were overly criticized in their past or even in their younger years. And it's like you are constantly trying to smooth things over to keep the peace and avoid any possible conflict or judgment when it wasn't even you. It's almost like a child that does something wrong and they ain't do nothing wrong and they don't know why they about to get slapped for something that they ain't even do. So what do? Your first instinct is to protect yourself, so you guard yourself. So what do? Your first thing you go, I'm sorry. We ain't even. I want you to remember that not everything requires an apology. I need you to stand in your truth. I need you to stand in the fact that your feelings do matter and stop cowering in the corner. You may have a hard time making decisions about how you should react, whether it's something big or small. You need to be able to stand up for yourself and take the reins and understand that you are a person that loves hard and feels deeply. And all you really want is for somebody to pay attention to what you have to say. Because the simple words that may be coming out of your mouth can save a multitude of heartache for somebody else. I get it. I get it. And you're so afraid of making a decision or risking it that you would rather just fade to black because you don't want to be criticized by standing up. Why is that? Because you have a fear of making a wrong choice and inviting criticism that can lead to your indecision. So you pause. And in your in pausing, you will stop yourself. I want you to understand and get in your spirit that it is something that is not happening to you in the present moment. It's a trigger of something that happened to you in the past, an unresolved issue. Your feelings do matter. Beloved, you have experienced excessive criticism in your past, likely in your childhood. And this can show in a higher level of indecision in your adulthood. I need you to understand that this behavior isn't about choosing between major life decisions. It can extend to everyday choices, like deciding what to wear, what to order at a restaurant. How can you avoid this crowd? Or how can you avoid being in a situation that might trigger you? Something that's unavoidable because in certain cases you have to engage with these people. You have a fear of potential criticism. And what happens when we're criticized? It can go two ways. You can lash out and black out and cuss those people out, or you cower in a corner. Because even if you do lashing out, the inner you is curled up in a ball. Because you're protecting the inner child or the inner young adult or even an adult that got hurt so tremendously that you would rather lash out before they lash you. Are you getting what I'm saying? Your feelings matter. So what do I need you to do? I need you to put the work in. We talked about this before, this shadow healing. I need you to put the work in. Bruh, sis, please allow me to give you my hand and let you know that I compliment you on your journey thus far and that you have more to bring to the table than you even realize. You have gifts to share with the world. Your voice matters. Your feelings matter. Talk about it. If someone hurts you, tell them. Communicate it with your words. If you can't say it in person, put it in a letter. Send a text message, but preferably in person, opposed to doing that. Ashe, Ashe. When I come back, we're going to explore some messages from the divine in regards to how your feelings do matter and that we see you. Ashe, Ashe. Your feelings are valid. You need to know that this is a journey. Understanding your own behavior and understanding human behavior overall, especially behavior stemming from experiences of excessive criticism during your formative years, often leads to a complex process. And these patterns are not just habits that can be switched off at will. They are deeply ingrained responses developed over years of coping with harsh criticism. It's essential to remember that change takes time and involves a journey of self discovery and self acceptance. This journey may be challenging, but it's also an opportunity to break free from the shackles of the past and embrace your true potential. At the end of the day, you are not defined by the criticisms that you faced. You are the power, and you have the power to define yourself by who you choose to become. The divine has sent you your own hidden truth. At this moment in your journey, you are feeling a sense of confusion. You're not understanding, and you're uncertain, and you're unclear, and you are unsure in spite of what you put out to the public. But internally, you are confused, not understanding why, why, not understanding. There are things that you must confess with your mouth, says the divine in your journey at this time. There has been an unveiling, a coming clean. There are messages that you are receiving that you have to confront this past shadow experience in order to set yourself free to understand that your feelings are valid and what you bring to the table is precious. Remain with an open heart. I know oftentimes you feel as though your heart is on a string and it's on your sleeve, but keep an open heart, be receptive to the empathy, to the vulnerability of who you are in essence. The divine is telling you that there is a commitment that you have to make to yourself, promises that you have to make to yourself in the night time as it turns from dawn to dusk, in the times of quiet. There's a commitment that you have to make that you will succeed. And that if your feelings are not held to any type of validity with anybody else, know that you are respected here within your family. Your soul family hears you. Know that distance will make things better. The separation is needed. Space is needed. It needs to be a blockade around you as you reinforced your boundaries. You do not have to accept bad behavior from anybody. I know what the divine is telling you. On the inside, you are running away. It's better to be ghosted and disappear and to make yourself invisible and small. But the divine is telling you that it's just simply a distraction. It's just simply a distraction for you to be sidetracked, to change, to delay the obvious and the inevitability of healing these past wounds. I know that this is going to be hard, and journeys are truly not an easy thing, and oftentimes you will be walking it alone. So having a cloudy judgment and living in the illusion and being unbalanced in the distortion of this illusion, I need you to wipe it away like you wipe steam from a window so you can see very clear of what this is. The divine is talking to you. The hidden truth is here. Lean on your perspective. However, know that in some things are being removed from you so you can cut through the thorns and the bushes to get to the root of what is making you feel as though your feelings are not valid. I understand that there comes a time where you may feel that you're better off, but happiness is right there, right in front of you. You need to just clear your headspace. Go outside, get some air, clear your mind, communicate with the divine, your ancestors, your spiritual council, your soul family who values you. I know you have come to the realization, and you've been having a lot of epiphanies and understanding and knowing that you are in an awakening process, and it's painful. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, and the divine is surely not. They're saying that they are calling your bluff. The mask has been taken off, and we see you. Your authenticity is preceding you. Allow it to come through. Stop pretending, stop masking, and by God, do not over exaggerate the fact that there is peace when there is none. And finally, in your hidden truth, your pain is what is going to come out of it. But in the pain, know that the apprehension and you being afraid and being cautious to be your true, authentic self is only for a short while. Beloved ones, the divine has given you their message and has exposed you. In your heart are these hidden secrets, but I'm here to tell you, and I'm getting very cold, so I know that there is a presence here. Thank you, divine. You are and have been waiting in the water for so long, so long. It's time for you to start walking towards the shore. The waiting in the water is just a mere emphasis on the fact of the many tears that you have cried. That it was so immense that it became like a flood. It's time to wipe your face. Come into the shoreline. There are people waiting there for you. and they're all reaching their hands out to you as you're coming into the shore. There are many there to embrace you. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 men and women that are waiting for you. This is your soul tribe. This is your ancestor. This is every aspect of your support group here to let you know that your feelings matter. And all they have for you is unconditional love. Your feelings matter. I hope you feel this outpouring of love that is now ascending on you. I want to thank you for stopping by Blended Healing. I really didn't have that much, but I did want to share that little bit. And the spirit is definitely here and present. But that's all that they revealed to me about people on the shoreline waiting for you to come. They represent different aspects of your life. That's all I hear. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And I will see you very, very soon. Be well, stay safe, and Ashe.